What's up, everyone? This is the AMZ Answers podcast, your 3 times weekly 10-minute podcast with all things Amazon. This episode is everything you need to know from going from having no knowledge about Amazon to getting a great item into Amazon's warehouse. Also, guys, we just finished our course. We are super psyched about it. If you're listening to this episode, go to www.amzanswers.com and it'll take you right to it. So enjoy the episode. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the AMZ Answers podcast.
What's up, everyone?
Adam. Noah's over here. We are in a different room. We're downstairs in the office.
Not the dog shack today.
No, in the reverberation of the office. Noah, what's gripe that you have?
A gripe that I have is when airplanes are freezing and your girlfriend forgets to bring a sweatshirt, so you have to give her your sweatshirt, and then you're freezing.
Awesome.
What's a gripe that you have, Adam?
Holes on the wall that we have to patch now that we're moving out of this house. That aren't our holes. They're not my holes. We didn't make them.
Doesn't matter, though. You must patch them. You must patch them. Hey, Adam, did we just finish something today?
Hey, guys, we finished our course today. We were so excited. It took us forever. We almost died and killed each other.
We killed each other. It took us forever. We have died a little bit, but I still think it's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. I'm just saying your volume.
Doesn't matter because I'm gonna edit it and compress it.
I'm gonna compress you.
You're compressing me. We
All right,
are
guys,
sick of each other and sick of the office guys, but the course is really dope.
Guys, okay, so here's what we're doing today. For this episode, we're gonna run down all of the things you need to get an item into Amazon's warehouse. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to run down basically the chapter headings of the course. So really quickly, in 10 minutes, you're going to learn how to get an item into Amazon's warehouse. So let's start off really quick. Let's go with number 1. Choose a seller name.
Yeah. So with choosing a seller name,
and you're on the clock.
Yeah. Okay. We got 10 minutes, so I'm gonna have to go fast. Couple things not to make a mistake on when choosing a seller name. Please don't put imports. A lot of sellers will put like XYZ imports, like thinking like because that's what they do. It makes a lot of logical sense, but also looks very cheap when people are coming to your Amazon listing when they're gonna buy your product. So don't put imports. Make sure your seller name is something general. Okay, we gotta move on.
Okay, number 3, make Seller Central account.
Yep.
Go into Seller Central, put in your personal information, and make an account with the name that you had already done. One thing that is very important to check when you pick your seller name is look to see if the domain name is available. Because if it's not available, then do not buy that name.
That is great. I'm really glad you said that, actually. Yep. One thing on making your Seller Central account, Amazon's been really finicky with Seller Central accounts. We just had to make a what's it called? A seed one.
Yeah.
A random one for the course, so we weren't going through like our info. And it was hard to get through. If you're having trouble with them accepting your passport or whatever, go to the bottom left of the screen, hit get support, and then chat with them directly. That's the only way to open a case with them, so they fix it for you.
Okay, let's make it an account. And then the next one is building your toolkit. So what that entails is getting an accounting spreadsheet to know where your business is out and to know if items are good when you're doing your product research. Using an email template to reach out to suppliers. You're going to need an Alibaba account. You're going to need a supplier spreadsheet to organize your suppliers and to see who they are and to be able to look them up by reference. You're going to need Jungle Scout, Merchant Words, Keyword Tool Dominator. Those are all paid subscriptions that we advise you do pay for. We like those ones a lot. Also, Noah, you have some other stuff there at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and then a couple books that we recommend. Never Split the Difference for negotiation tools, and Decisive for making business decisions on your items. And again, guys, these are all the steps that you're basically going to go through from getting your item or from having nothing in Amazon's warehouse to getting your first great item in there. So these are just the steps that you're going to go through with some solid tips on them.
Okay, let's go into sourcing now. Noah, what are you looking for when you source? I see listing, BSR, and reviews. Give me a breakdown really quick of what those are.
Yep. So guys, what you're looking for when you're sourcing for an item is what I like to call the LVP, or the least valuable product. What you're looking for is a niche that has a product that you're like, I can easily make better photos than this. I can do better keywords than this. I can make a better listing than this. And I can easily beat this product and sell more than 5 a day. So that's what you're looking for when you're trying to source an item. Generally, you're looking for something under 50 reviews and something that has a BSR, or bestsellers rank, of under 10,000 in the USA. In the UK, something that has under 5,000.
Okay, and you recommend looking up that data with Jungle Scout, I see.
I recommend using Jungle Scout, but of course, sometimes you're not going to want to put that investment into Jungle Scout, and that's totally fine. You can do it without it. It's just going to take longer.
Okay, and I'll add places that you can search for these items are number 1, movers and shakers. Number 2 is bestsellers. By the way, movers and shakers is just the items that have moved up the highest amount in the last week, and bestsellers. And then another one that was added recently is new releases. So also check new releases.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as
Nice.
a different one. That one's cool because in new releases and bestsellers, you can go into the subcategory of each one. In movers and shakers, you can't go into the subcategory.
If you want to know where to find these links, type in movers and shakers or bestsellers into Google and bring them right up for you. Movers and shakers, Amazon, not just movers and shakers. You get some moving and some shaking.
Movers and shakers.
And shakers.
Yeah.
Like people dancing and people throwing salt on people.
Quick story. When I was teaching in the Central Valley of California, it was a really tough place to teach. And one time a teacher pulled me aside and he said, I know you're having a tough time. And I said, yeah, I am. And he said, well, listen, they're not exactly movers and shakers.
Okay, and moving on. This how can you research further into the niche, Adam?
Niche research. Build a great item off your competitors' weaknesses. Bundle with a product that they buy together. Those are differentiators. For niche research, you look at the BSR, look at the sales history, look at how many competitors there are in the niche, look at what your top seller is doing in terms of sales and how many reviews that they have. Count the reviews of the top 5, get the median amount of reviews, I would say. I'm just shooting from the hip here. And then once you have system down, you can kind of shoot from the hip a little bit faster when you're looking at a niche.
Just shoot from the hip.
Hip from the hip.
Bunch of hip
Straight from the hip.
And when Adam says bundle with a product that they buy together, so when you go to a listing and you scroll down and it's like customer, customers also bought, that's what he means, and that's a great way to see what to bundle your item with.
All right, I jumped the gun a little bit, but let's move on to differentiation.
Hip shooting,
differentiation.
Okay, differentiation. The easiest way to differentiate is going to be with your packaging and your branding, right? Because then you don't have to add anything to the item, making another mold. You don't have to bundle, which makes another supplier, and you can just add new packaging with better branding.
Differentiationology, the study of differentiation. The study of differing. Differentiationology.
Differentiationology.
Packaging and branding, and also, in bundling, harder to get custom designs than it is to bundle. We say also just making your listing nicer, having nicer pictures.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that is a good one. Just making your listing nicer, in general, nicer pictures. We got 3 minutes, so we're gonna go really, really, really fast through the last couple. Once you've done that, you're gonna need to do some Seller Central work. Okay, you're gonna need to add a product in Seller Central. It's important to do this at this step because you want to see if that product is flagged for any kind of hazmat thing. Even if you don't, like, let's say a Nalgene bottle, even if you don't think that thing is going to be flagged for anything, you need to physically add the product virtually into Seller Central to be able to see if they're going to give it a red flag or not, because that could affect your decision in ordering a mock or minimum order quantity or large order.
Yep. And also, so now that you have your product, you've added it on Seller Central, you're going to need to ship it. So for your first order, use Express. Unless it is a crazy situation, you can use C shipment. In the shipping terms, your supplier is not shipping the item. The forwarder for your supplier is shipping the item, and they get great deals from them. So you're probably not going to get a better deal from yourself. So have your supplier handle shipping for you.
Yes, absolutely. So contacting suppliers. Now you're going to want to be reaching out to suppliers. When you do this, make sure that you start by having a template that you write on Alibaba and ask them to respond directly to Alibaba. So because sometimes what can happen, you can write 20 different suppliers and they can respond in like one on WeChat, one on WhatsApp, one on email. So you got to directly ask them to reply to you on Alibaba. Once they reply to you, take the good ones and move them onto WeChat or WhatsApp or another chat app so you can actually have a real conversation with them and not just kill yourself by talking to Alibaba.
Right, of course. Now when you move them over there, you're going to compare them. We got a minute. Okay, compare them when they're on WeChat. Talk to the best ones that are most responsive, that are most detail-oriented, that seem like they have done the Amazon process before. I made that mistake all the time. That know how to label effectively and correctly. You don't have to tell them what to do, everything. Negotiation tactics, read, never split the difference. Learn how to what type of negotiating to use with them. Learn the tricks that they use. Remember, they're professional negotiators, and you are a small fish in the sea.
Don't worry. When they make you feel bad, they still make us feel bad. They're professionals. They're
me.
very, very good at it.
They get
so
me.
Don't worry
They're
about
so
it.
good. They're so good.
They're gonna get you. Okay.
Samples. Get samples. Maybe hire an inspector. At least threaten to hire an inspector at the end so that they do good packaging for your items for quality control.
A classic.
And then,
most importantly, Adam.
Yeah.
Right before the end.
Right before the end.
What do you do? What do I do when I have an item that I think is really, really good, and right before I go through with it, what do I do?
Naked rain dance.
that is definitely true.
What do you do?
Peer review.
Peer review.
I have you peer review it.
Get someone you trust.
I thought you had. I was giving you a layup.
I know. Right? I dunked it. So get someone.
Shut up.
Get someone you trust to review your items and see if it's good. If your item is bad, they say it's bad. You have another look at it. And niche doesn't look so good. Better to eat the cost of the sample
and the time,
and then to go through with the item. We made that mistake before. We continue to make that mistake sometimes. So it's a hard one. We feel you.
Awesome.
I know what's up.
And in those 10 minutes was basically every step that you're going to need to take to get that great item in.
Guys, we just went through 5 hours of video content in 10 minutes. So if you would like to see the rest of the 5 hours, that is in the course, and the course is available.
That we finished
on amzanswers.com, and the course is called Amazon Blastoff. Go to amzanswers.com, look for Amazon Blastoff, and guys, if you finish listening to this whole episode, good on you. We have a secret code for you to get 51% off of the course, and the code is Super Secret Group Member.
How do they spell that?
Super, S-U-P-E-R,
okay, I'm sorry.
Secret Group Member. If you don't know how to spell it, reach out to us in the group.
I like that. That's
Enter that when you buy the course. It'll give you 51% off.
Yep, we're doing this for the first couple weeks, so we just launched it. We're really excited about it, guys. We really hope it helps you out and helps you get down the path to making an Amazon
It's
business.
basically everything we know about Amazon. I mean, the first part of what we know about Amazon.
It's the first part of what we know about Amazon with some tips and tricks in there.
5 hours of video content, guys. 14 actionable items, homework for each thing on amzanswers.com. What's up?
Yeah, we're also going to be adding a couple other things to the group a couple other things to the course. So it's going to always be ongoing. We're going to always be updating it.
Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode.
Have a great Monday at work, and always know that deep down in your head, it might be one of the last Mondays that you go.
That's right.
Because you can do the course.
Because you can do it.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye. Bye, guys. See you later.